Good morning. I haven't got any mail yet. So we don't know we got any packages today yet. But I'm tired. I'm still tired. I made plans to haul dirt Wednesday and it rained again last night. This sucks. This spring sucks. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. We're just going to talk this morning for a little bit about what we did this last weekend. I think Friday night, I went to a concert. I went to the Robert Cray band that I wore this t-shirt. Look at that. It's my Rocking Dead t-shirt. I wore that to the Surf Ballroom to go see this man. Uh-oh, I left my album out there. To go see this man. I went to go see the Robert Cray band. Grooving for 50 years. Yes, I bought a t-shirt and I bought an album for my daughter. There you go. You want to hear a guy that can still wail on a guitar? That's Robert Cray. 50 years ago from right now is 1975. 1975 is the same year that I graduated high school and that I went in the Army for the first time. And 1975 was the year that the band Head East started, that I saw last weekend or the weekend before. I can't remember anymore. But yeah, I'm getting old, I think. Because it was, what was it? Yeah, Friday before I went, no, Saturday after the concert. Saturday after the concert, went back over to my brother's, and he's taking down some ash trees, some big dead ash trees that are by his wellhead. He built a new house over there 5 or 6 years ago. It'd be 2 miles on the other side of the section from me, because it's a 2-mile section. So it'd be 2 miles north and south. Well, I guess it'll be a mile east and west. So he lives a mile from me. There's an old place over there that he bought, drilled a new well, put up a new house. The garage is going up now. The deck is going on first. I had to finish the basement. Now the deck is going on. And then the next thing going up will be the garage. The cement's already poured. All that's done. But the walls and the roof got to go on. And he had to dig a new well because there was no old well there, but he had to dig a new well. Couldn't just replace the old casing. Couldn't do that. Nope. That would have been way too damn easy. The old well, like a lot of old wells back then, were real short wells. They were only like 30, 35 foot deep. And he had to go 100 and, God, I don't know how deep it was. 110, 115 feet where he's at. Where I'm at here, I had to dig a new well, drill a new well. The old one was like 60 foot. It was 60 foot. And it was contaminated with feces. Well, we figured out what the problem there was. But we drilled a new well anyway. And this one's 165 foot deep before we actually found a good aquifer. And that's what we're using now. And we get it tested every year. We don't have any animals around here anymore. The septic system has been repaired. That seemed to be the problem with the old well. And so right around his well, a new wellhead, there's a couple dead, I say 10. There's, what was there? Taking down 4 now, and there's 8 old ash trees that were within striking distance of the wellhead. if they should ever break off, fall down, or whatever. And so he was wanted to take them down, get rid of them. So what we're doing is taking them down one or two at a time, cutting them up. I took my 16-foot car trailer over there. My 16-foot car trailer is a flatbed, but what I have done, because it has a couple uprights on the side and the wheel housing fenders, I can take and put. Hey, Steve, look, Silver, how are you doing, buddy? Tarragonte, I got something for you. We're going to discuss here in a second. Don't go anywhere. I have hog panels. You guys know what a hog panel is, I think. They're 16 foot long, and it's 4 foot high. It's got smaller space at the bottom, bigger space at the top, so hogs can't get their snouts through and whatever. And I can tie wrap all that stuff together and wire it up, and I can make a nice trailer, 4 foot high trailer for split wood. And so I moved that over there. I moved my log splitter over there. So he takes down trees, cuts them up, takes he takes the skid loader and pushes them up by the skidder. Up by the splitter. All I got to do is pick them up, put them on, pick them up, put them on, split them, toss wood on the trailer. You'd be surprised how difficult that is anymore. 3-4 hours of that and I'm done. Because I got to bring, once the trailer is full, then I got to bring it home, park it up by the shed, toss all that wood into the shed, and then go stack it. So I'm already handling it twice. 3 times. I'm already handling it 3 times. And I don't want to handle it any more than that until I put it in the stove. That'll be the 4th time I have to handle it. So I think we've got one big one. We've got one big one done. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the smaller ones. 4 of the smaller ones done. 3 of the smaller ones. So that's 4. We have one more big honker to take down, and then 3 more. Might as well be 4, but 3 more of this size to take down, because the one has goes up for about 10 foot and then it splits into 2 separate ones that are that big. So it might as well be 4, but 3 trees to take down yet. And I'm gonna tell you what. Saturday when I was unloading, I had finished loading that trailer, brought it home, was going to unload it. I was just about 2/3 through unloading and stacking it. It had already been stacked. I had a third I had to throw back into the shed and stack yet. I just about went down from heat exhaustion, not drinking enough water. Just about went down. So I started getting lightheaded and started getting blurry vision. So I sat down on the wood that was left in the trailer. And being a dumb man, I was drinking water. I went in and got a couple waters from the house. And being a dumbass that I was, I just continued to throw wood over the side of the trailer into the shed while I was sitting there. Well, it seemed to work. I got my lightheadedness cleared up, and I got the trailer unloaded finally, and I just took the trailer back over, parked it, and quit. That was it. I was done. For the rest of yesterday, I just sat in the house all day. No, I don't. I went out and I fed the cat, smoked a cigar, and I panned some tailings that I had in my dish pan. That was Klesh's bag, pay dirt bag. And I panned that out. I panned those tailings out just to see what I missed. And there was maybe 3 specks of flour gold in there, maybe 3 specks. And so I panned that up and cleaned everything up. So I'm ready to go with another bag here. I think I'm going to do B&B pay dirt's bag next. I've already done one of his bag, a 1/4 gram bag, and it was a real good bag. And I think I have a 1/2 gram or a gram bag. Might have a gram bag. Anyway, I got to do his bag. But that was it. We went to the concert. We did some wood. I'm going to tell you what else we got here. I still haven't put that knife away. Got to take that downstairs. Tarragoncho. God damn it. Come on there, you motherfucker. Tarragoncho. Here's what we were talking about. You know, sets. This is my Chinese Canadian set. Hold up. Let me move stuff here. Let me move a camera. And then here is that Pride of Two Nations set. I went out to my safe. I don't think I had it written down, or I didn't look very good, but for some reason, I now have two of those from 2019. And I don't know why I have two of those. Because the last one I bought was $100. I don't know what the other one was. So, and then we got this one. So we're going to look at those. Move this camera down here a little bit. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee yet this morning. Yeah, I got pants on. Yeah, fuck you guys. All right. We'll move this one out of the way. We're going to do this set here. We'll just put this set over here on the table. We really don't need to see it. But yeah, this is great packaging. I don't know who did the packaging. I'm almost thinking the United States Mint did, but it says on the back, catalog usmint.gov. So I think the United States Mint did the packaging. I'm almost thinking. That's all I can see on it as far as packaging goes. So we'll leave that over there. And then it's got this box inside of that slip cover, which is a nice, just a nice pull off. And then you got this nice, nice pamphlet inside in English and French. So, and it tells you all about the coins. But it doesn't say where it's printed. However, it does say the same thing on the back of the pamphlet, catalog usmint.gov. And then down here, this seal, it says, and I'm thinking it's a U.S. Mint seal, Treasury, United States Mint, yeah. So I'm almost thinking, all right, come on, focus on that. There you go, Treasury, U.S. Mint. So I'm almost thinking that's where everything was printed at. So let's take and put that over here. And then you have this. You couldn't find it up there. Okay. Hey, freaking awesome. Thank you, buddy. And that comes out of that box like that. That's all that box is. And it's a nice leather, faux leather clamshell. So it doesn't say that the maple is reverse proof. It's got a nice, same thing as on the COA, but that looks, I mean, nice. And then you got the two coins in there, and that's a faux velvet. This one is a, I think they call it an enhanced reverse proof. This one's really pretty. I mean, a real pretty coin. I think it's W mint marked, if I'm not mistaken. A real pretty coin. Now, I don't, yeah, W mint mark down. Even the mint mark is reverse proof. Just beauty. It's just a beauty coin. And I don't know why they didn't do and the thing is, they got little slits in here so you can stand them up on your desk too, if you want. Yes, that is one of the nicest silver eagles I think I've ever seen. This is one of the nicest maple leafs I've ever seen. Now, this isn't reverse proof, but look at the field around the rim. Those are all little maple leaves, from bigger to smaller as you go in, plus the radial lines. I think that's one of the nicer designs that Canada ever came up with for maple, to be honest with you. And they both have little slots, and you can set them up just like that on your desk. It's a really cool set. Why in the hell I have two of them, I don't know. I try to look at my spreadsheets when I'm at auction, so I know what the hell I have bought and what I haven't. Obviously, I wasn't looking real good that day because I got two of them, and there's no way I'm giving them up because just because they are such nice coins. Even at $100 for this set, figure that out. That's $100 or $50 per coin. That's $50 per coin. Yeah, gotta go like that. I am OCD that way. Is that way too much for a reverse proof maple and that pretty or a reverse proof ASD and that nice with maple, $50 a piece? No, I don't think so. So we got two of those. This one, on the other hand, and there's no slip cover for this or anything. It's a nice kind of like velvet, satin velvet kind of a clamshell. And that goes like this. And nice little pull tab there. And that just lifts that out. Okay. Nothing special about this case. Nothing special about it at all. So we'll just set that up in the background, should we? This is this case right here. The 60th anniversary of the arrival of Dr. Norman Bethune in China. So Dr. Bethune came from Canada to China. The year would be, and you're going to like this. This is a nice wooden case. This is a wooden case. And there are the two COAs. And this little envelope here. This envelope has all of the information that you would want about the coins inside. And it tells you about Dr. Bethune. Let's see if I can get it up here to where you can see it. First World War, Spanish Civil War, and the Sino-Japanese War in 1938. He was 49 years old in 1939 when he died, and he was still in China, helping the Chinese at the time. And they don't forget. So they did a nice collab, and it's the only one I've ever seen anyway. And then here's the COAs on the coins. And actually the Chinese coin has a serial number on. And the Royal Canadian Mint COA has Chinese printing on it also. So this was, I think, printed in China. It's authorized by the government of Canada. But I see there's nothing on the back side at all, which is unusual for a COA. Everything printed on the front side. In Chinese, in French, and in English. That is unusual also. But you take the COAs off there and then look at the case then. Jointly issued by China and Canada, blah, blah, blah. So it's a really nice setup, but the coins are really different too. Come on, get in there, you. If I can get them out of here. Each of them has this little pull tab there, which is really nice. You see that? Each of the coins has this little pull tab to get them up. There's no finger groove. It's just a little pull tab to get them up. That is also unique. And there you go. I got to move this out of my way so I get my arm up here. See if I can get it to focus on it. There you go. Norman Bethune, 1938. I got to get it right up there. With Her Majesty on the backside. That is the Canadian. That is the Canadian coin right there. I've never seen that coin anywhere either. Oh, yeah, come on. My wrists are really hurting from throwing wood. This is the Chinese coin. Come on, you. It's the same thing. I think that's a very unique set, in my opinion. A very unique set. I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere else. Come on, Bethune, get up there. I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere else. And I'm really unsure of where I got it from. I'd have to look, but I'm really unsure where I got it from. Nice set. It's a really nice set. And I tried to look for other multiple coin sets. I have other multiple coin sets, but those two were the ones I thought were the prettiest and most unusual sets. You know, I have other sets like the national parks or the provincial parks in Canada, the arts, and other sets, but these two were the ones I was talking to you about, Tergansu. Okay, Can's live. See, JJ. I'll be over there as soon as I'm done with this. Nope, JJ. Nope, JJ. He's not. Okay, well, maybe not. See, Rhonda. Or are you staying? Yeah, there's serial numbers too on the last page. Well, it's an interesting coin set. 80,000 sets. That's the first one you see. That's the first one I saw. God damn, I hate phone. Son of a bitch. I hate cell phones. Fuck, I hate them. Jesus. 80,000 sets, yes, and that was the first one I ever saw either. So yeah, I had to have it. Well, that could be. Can's done. Okay. All right, I got you. Run of a sitch. Bun of a sitch. All right. Well, that's what I got for those. And then, we had, I got to put this album someplace where I don't fuck it up. That's going to be for my daughter's Christmas present, one of them. I was going through all those pennies, extra pennies that I have and that I got from Durban. These are the 90s that I found from the Durban bag. That's just the 90s. That's the 90s that I had. These are all of the 2000s that were in the Durban bag, and one that I had. There wasn't many, so I put them all together. Then we start getting into this is the 80s, extra 80s that I had. That's the 80s that I found in that Durban bag, that big bag that I got. I got everything separated last night. So now I gotta go through and look for stuff that I don't have or stuff that is different. Here's the 70s that I had extra. And here's the 70s I found in the Durban bag extra. So I got to go through them. There's the 70s. By far and away, the most of the coins that were in that package, here's the extra 60s that I had. Put them down here. By far and away, the most that were in there were in the 60s. And there should be just about a full tube of 65 uncirculated in there. If you look, because there's a bunch of them in there. I got to go through them really, really well. Let's move them up here. See if we can find some more. All right. We ain't got any more left. Here's the extra 50s that I had. Not a lot of them there. Here's the extra 50s I found in a Durban bag. There's quite a few in there, and there's one that's looks like an uncirc. So we'll have to look at those. Those are the 50s. All right. Let's see if I can get the rest of these over here without dumping them on the floor. Here's the 40s that I had extra. There's a few in there. Here's the extra 40s I found in that Durban bag. And I think there's some in there that I don't have, so I got to look in that bag a lot better. The 30s, there weren't too many, but I had some. The ones in the 2x2s I had. The extra ones that are in there are the ones I got out of the Durban bag. So there's the 30s. The 20s, I didn't find many in the Durban bag, but you can see the ones that I had extra. I don't know how many there are. 3. I think 3 extra in the 2x2s. I found that many in the Durban bag down there. I think there's 4 or 5. So that's all got to be gone through. Those are the 20s. And I found one 1944 D Weedy in there. American. What the hell? That's false advertising. It was sold as a Canadian penny bag, and I got an American coin in there. All right. Now, what should I be looking for when I start looking through these pennies, you guys? I'm going to have to write stuff down. Tarragon, so you told me some, but I should be looking for some stuff in there. I do have these 2 books. I got one of these books full, but I have 2 more of these books I'm going to try and fill. They're partially full now, but I don't think I have enough 20s and 30s. Because in this book, there's a bunch of 20s and 30s that are missing. Most of the 40s, 50s, 60s are all here. There's even an uncirculated 67 turn in there. And in this one's missing even more 20s and 30s. So I don't think I'm having enough 20s and 30s for these. This one I can get the 50s and 60s, or just about. I think there's like 6 missing, 7 missing. I can fill that, but those 20s and 30s are going to be tough for me. So once I get these as full as I can get them, they're going to get sold. But we have that to look forward to. Let me see if I can put these back on the table without really screwing stuff up. I'm going to try and do it anyway. I got to do it in 2 or 3 piles there. All right, we'll do that right there. All right, one more time. All right, there. Those go back over there like that. Now I can take them other ones back out to the safe. I better upgrade my spreadsheet because I didn't know I had 2 of those 2019 Pride of Two Nations set. But I'm going to keep them. I'm not. Those aren't usually when I get more of one thing and I try and sell it. But those I think I'm going to keep. All right, that's it. I'm putting my feet up. There you go. All right. Now, 22 through 27, huh? Yeah, I know. And we already talked about that 36 dot. We all know about a 36 dot. I don't know if there's anything else in the pennies. Oh, the 47 maple. Two varieties. Two varieties, a blunt 7 and a pointed 7. Huh. That's weird. I would never look for that. Oh, the concert. Robert Cray, and I was fucking 10 feet in front of Robert Cray. The band requested no security fence between the crowd and the stage. So we were all right up to the edge of the stage, and, you know, popcorn and drinks were sitting on the stage. And he was like right there, 8 feet away. And all the original band yet. The bass player is a real tall, chocolate gentleman with dreadlocks. And he stood on a piece of carpet that was like 4 foot, 5 foot by 5 foot, shag carpeting. And he was always in flip flops or barefoot, mostly barefoot on the stage. So I think he's a Rastafarian, but I thought that was unique. The drum player, black gentleman, producer, still the original drummer. Like I said, the whole band was still original. The keyboardist was pretty good, man. Fucking old white guy, and he even got to play one solo in there. Normally, you see a band and they'll do a drum solo, bass solo. The bass guy got to do his solo. The organ guy got to do his solo. The drum guy did a little, but not much, because most of the time you see a band, and the big thing is a drum solo. You know, it takes up time in a concert, whatever. Not so much with Robert Cray. It was the organ guy, the bass guy, and Robert Cray himself, and that man can still wail on a guitar. Buddy, I'm telling you, he can still wail on a guitar. And he's still got a voice. You know, you talk, old blues. I'm going to talk old blues. Who was I thinking of? Sam Cooke. There we go. He did a couple of older songs in the Sam Cooke vein. You think BB King and Buddy Guy, Robert Cray is right in there with them. And I've seen them all. Just Robert Cray, I was listening to him when I went into the Army. We got to put this down a little bit. I went into the Army in 75. I was listening to him in 75, 76, 77. Man, I wish I had all my albums back, man. Okay, what am I doing here? 1948. 1948, A. Last A in Gratia. Points to identical? Points to identical. What the hell is identical? And see, that's how stupid I am. I don't even know. Okay, see you, Tarragonsu. Thank you, buddy, for watching. I just had to show you that one. Oh, freaking awesome. I try to get as close to the band, as close to the front as I can. I will wait in line. I will sit outside in any weather, waiting in line for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, just so I can get up close to the stage, right in front. Because of my feet and knees, I have to lean. I have to lean on that security fence or lean on a stage so I can shift my weight from foot to foot because I can't stand. And once you get this way, you'll understand, but I can't stand 2 feet flat footed for very long. So I have to keep shifting my weight from foot to foot. And in order to do that, I need to stand where I can lean on something. So, identical on the rim, identical on the rim. I'll write that down too, so you know. 1948. There's some 48s in there too, because I saw those. 44, 45, I think I was seeing. I don't know. I stayed up till 2 this morning looking at pennies. And I don't have a microscope. And Gary has what is called a head magnifier. And I'm watching, and I got to tighten that up. But yeah, that goddamn thing doesn't want to stay up. But so I had headphones on over top of this. I was listening to whatever I was listening to last night, looking at pennies. And if that doesn't work and it gets too dark in here, then I use this. I'll set a bunch of pennies on my chest, turn this on, pick one up and go with it, put it over here and go with it, put it over there. If I'm going to do pennies a lot, or dimes, nickels, a lot, I guess what I'll do is maybe get a cheap microscope. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. It looks like an octagon inside of a round rim. Yeah. Okay. I know what you're saying. Oh, freaking awesome! Hot lava rock would be like, ooh, ow, ooh, ow, ow, oh man, you have to keep moving, keep moving. Oh, second drink. That's the second swallow of coffee I've had this morning, man. And if I go out here about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I've got a good box, a good package, I'll look and see who's up. If nobody's up, then I'll go live again and do an opening. But I'm getting a box down here, getting ready for do an auction. And I showed you guys that stuff before. Now those penny books will have some more pennies in them, and so they should sell better. I don't know. Can-Can's later tonight. Okay, that's what I thought. Today is Monday. Who's today? Uh, Today's a big tea auction, right? And then Tuesday is block. And who else? Oh, Sunday was Coin Crew. I only bought one coin Sunday. I bought a 10th ounce AG. That's all I bought. And you know what? Tiger Stacker bought that quarter ounce maple, which I bid on, of course, but he outbid me. And the money he paid for that, because a quarter ounce is what? How many grams is a quarter ounce? Come on. 7 grams or so? Yeah, up here. Okay, 31.11 divided by 4 is 7.77 grams, 77775 grams, all right? And so 31.11 divided by 10, or 10th ounces, would be 3.11. All right. 31.11 divided by 10 is 3.11 grams. Okay, 7.7 divided by 3.11. Let's go like this. Clear that. 7.7775 divided by 3.1111 equal 2.5, 2.4999. Let's see. I'm gonna go times that by what I pay for that, $395. $987. So he could have got 3/10. Let's go here. That's $987 and a half. Round it off. Okay. And he paid $895 for the quarter. And that would have been 3/10 there. So 9.877 minus 895 equals $92. So about a half a gram, less, a little more than half a gram, less than a gram. So the better play in my opinion was buying the 3/10, because there were 5 for sale. He could have bought 3 instead of that quarter ounce. But if you want the quarter ounce size, then it doesn't make any difference. But so I bought one. I am trying to yeah, I know, JJ. And he's been trying to accumulate more gold lately than silver. I can see that, but $870 paid, yeah. Anyway, my shell. Muscle shell. Okay, muscle shell. There you go. Yeah, Rhonda, it's Big T today, right? Hey, 210, how you doing, buddy? Anyway, I don't know. That was a better play, but it doesn't really make any difference because if you want a quarter, and there are some quarter ounces I would rather have, but I don't know. Gold is gold to me. It doesn't matter what the size is. It's like my pay dirt bags when I get a gram or half a gram pay dirt and put it in the vial. It doesn't matter. It's gold. It all adds up. So yeah, it really doesn't matter. Hey, Brian, how you doing, bud? We were showing some. We were showing some sets earlier that were collaboration sets, and I don't know if you saw them or not, but we had this one, the Pride of Two Nations set, and I don't know if they made them for different years. I got to look them up, but that had the reverse proof. The reverse proof ASE in it, and that special maple. I don't know if you can see that rim on the maple, but those are all little maple leaves up there. And this reverse proof ASE, probably the best ASE that the mint ever made. But we looked at that set, and I had to wonder to myself why I have two of them. I don't know. Did I just get, I don't know. It could have been one on Durbin's auction and one on Blocks, and I didn't remember. I don't remember. And then we had this collaboration set here, which was a celebration of Dr. Bethune going to China back in the 30s. And it was a collaboration between China and Canadian Mint. Oh, take that. Oh, shit. Take that off there. Real nice sets, numbered and everything. So, a little explanation card in there. It tells you all about Dr. Bethune. And I had never seen this set before anywhere. And Tarragonsu said probably most of these sets were sold in China. Didn't get much North American exposure. So yeah, I can see that. So when I saw it, I had to buy it. Yeah, you guys got a nice little look at my spit bottle. I don't have a spittoon, I have a spit bottle. You do know that I chew that stuff all the time, right? Big warning on the side. That and watermelon gum. I don't smoke cigarettes other than I quit smoking them. I could easily restart smoking cigarettes, but don't really need to. I smoke cigars. I like good cigars. Joe's usually around 2. Oh, that's right. Joe is today, and then Big T is after him. Yeah, Joe didn't have one on Friday. He said he'd be back on Monday. So, yep. LOL, lots of lagging. Yeah. I ain't going to put a hole in my lip. You want to know why? Because I don't dip there. I dip up here. I've been dipping in my upper lip for 30 years. Why? Because you don't, your upper lip doesn't produce as much saliva as your bottom lip. Your bottom lip, you got to spit constantly because you're producing saliva there. You put it in your upper lip, you're not producing saliva. So you get more of the nicotine in your system. And I don't like having spit bottles sitting everywhere. I have one here, I have one in my truck. That's it. I don't have it anywhere else. So I spend more time here, more time in my truck than anywhere else. And when I want to spit it out, where do I put it? Anyway, enough about that. All my bad habits. Cigars. Yes, I like cigars. And if you ever notice on my stage is made up of cigars. In all actuality, take a look at it. Cigar boxes. You see that? There's a Mark Twain box there. There's a La Aroma de Cuba over there on the left. And then over there on the right, underneath that sculpture down there and that Meg coin, is a acid cigar box. Let's see which acid those are. Oh, let's see. We can get that out of there for a second. Oh, acid Blondie Maduros. Oh, those are nice. And what do I have outside? I have a box of. Oh man, what are those? I forget what those are out there. I have some Punch Classicos, and I have some. Oh, I don't know. Fuck, I'd have to look. I forget what they are. You're hearing Zoe speed? What the hell is Zoe? Zoe 2 speed. All right. Just caught up. Yeah, I remember when she was selling cigar boxes. You know what I do with them? If I get enough of them, like this next one I got, it's not a wood box. It's a cardboard box, a hard cardboard box. I send them to Jenna Nesbitt. She likes them. Her son can put crayons and pencils and pens and stuff in them. And I have a package going to her sometime here in the next few days. I have some foreign coins in here, but I have these cards that come in my Punch cigars. You see it says Punch on it. I get one on each one of those cigars, and when I get a half dozen or so, then I send them to her. I got that candy from Oregon Stacker in here. I got some foreign coins that I'm sending to her son so that he's like 10 or 11 years old, get him interested in coin collecting. I don't know. I just send, I got oddball coins that I send, foreign oddball stuff. I don't really, where the hell is that other bunch I had? I thought I had another bunch around here. Oh, yeah. And see, some of this I have to test. And you know what today I might do? You guys are all in here, so we might just guess a number. I'm gonna give away a gun lock. I got another one here. I might just do that today. But no, I have this foreign stuff right here. We got that one, this one, and this one. Oh, I see my wife is home today. This one, and I don't know what those are. I have to look them up. What is that one? Is it this one? Yeah. That's a Frank. So I gotta look those up. There's Austrian, there's Belgian, there's Netherlands. Look those up. We'll see what I can find out about them. And they might go in here. What is it? What do I have in here anyway? It's gonna be tough for me to get it back in, I can tell. You down there? Where are you at, you? There it is. I got a 1947 Chinese tiger coin. That's going to him. What else? Oh, here they are. There they are. And it's a 1977 Portugal $5 coin. That's going to him. What else is in there? 2009 1 cent euro. That's going to him. I don't know if there's anything else in there. No, and then it's candy after that. And so I got to look up those other ones right here, and those might go in there too yet. I might put them in 2x2s, or I might just leave them. I might just leave them wild like that. So he might have a better time with them if I leave them in the wild or in the 2x2s. I don't know. Jenna really likes that stuff. Freaking awesome. You're something else, man. I don't know. I think we might just nice 10 in chat and 10 thumbs up. Well, if we got 10 in chat, what I'll do is I gotta guess. Let me see. I'm gonna put a number on that. Hold up a second. I gotta guess something here. Let me sit and do this. I'm gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna put that on the back side of this, just like that. All right, we got a number on the back side of that. Guess a number between 1 and 10. And if somebody guesses the same number as somebody else, don't guess again. But the first person who guesses that number will get it. We're doing that. We're doing it for that. Go ahead. Guess a number between 1 and 10. We're giving it away. We're giving it away. If we had 10 people in chat, number between 1 and 10, that should work. That should work. I'm just going to sing to myself. Sing to myself. While you message retracted. At least it got in here. All right, that's enough. You got it. There you go, Lisa. You got it. Drop me an email with your mailing address, and I will send that to you. Very good. We got Lisa Anderson on there, just like that. I said only one guess, but she didn't leave it up. She retracted it. So, well, you didn't get it anyway, so. I could go up there and look. Let's see. No, I can't. I thought I could, but I can't. I thought I could, but I can't. All right. Not like it's worth a whole hell of a lot of money anyway. It cost me more to send it than it's worth. So that's good. No, what do we got? We got let's see. I went to, how many concerts we seen this summer? 4. Went to Head East concert. I did see that. Oh, Hairball, where I got to wave the American flag on stage for the national anthem. Hairball, Head East, Robert Cray. Gonna go see next weekend Marty Stewart. And I don't know if you guys know who Marty Stewart is or not. If you're old enough to have watched Hee Haw, maybe, back in the day, Marty Stewart played a lot on Hee Haw. As a Grand Ole Opry player. Marty Stewart plays a lot of gospel and country, kind of Christian country. But Marty Stewart is probably one of the best acoustic guitarists I have ever seen in my life. And it's a sit-down show. I'm in row 11 over to the right side. But man, that's going to be a good concert, I think. And he gets to play at the historic Surf Ballroom and Museum in Clear Lake, Iowa. The last place Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper ever played. Yeah. One of these days I'm going to go out. Probably this summer I'm going to go out to the crash site. So I got to limp my ass down there. It's out in the middle of a cornfield. But it's still there. South of the Mason City Clear Lake Airport. Clear Lake's over here. Mason City's over here. They're on the east side. Clear Lake's over here on the west side. Highway that runs between is Highway 18. Airport's right in the middle. And then south of the airport is where the crash site is at. So you have to go a mile or two south and jog around to get to it. I might just do a video and show you guys that. A lot of people never been to the surf. I talked to the guy that was standing next to me for the Robert Cray band. He was standing outside in line with me, and he's a disabled vet. You know those walkers that you have that you can turn around and sit down on them? He had one of those, and he comes strolling up while I was in line. I was the only one there for an hour and a half. And for a half an hour, I stood in line for an hour and a half. For half an hour, I was by myself outside and talking to the security guys that come out and put the signs out and stuff. And he come rolling up about a half hour after I was there. And he sat there with me, and we talked. He came from the south side of Chicago for this concert. And I have talked to people that have come from northern Alberta, Canada, down for concerts. I've talked to people from Colorado, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, all around here. I mean, just all around, from all over the Midwest of the United States and the South too, of people that have come to the Surf Ballroom just to see a concert. And this place, the Surf Ballroom, the concert part of it, only holds 1,100 people. That's it, man. Head East was packed to the gills. Robert Cray, 600-700 people maybe. It wasn't that full. It wasn't that full at all. And Hairball, it was packed, of course, because they're a Midwest regional band, cover band that does everybody. And they're good, man. They're good. I've seen Hairball 3 or 4 times. But Head East was packed because it's a regional band. Who was the opener for Robert Cray? It was Annie man, I think Annie Wilson. Annie Mac. Annie Mac. Uh, a blues singer. She sings gospel also, and her guitar player. And they were actually pretty good. The guitar player, I was standing next to that guy from the south side. Or no, inside I was standing next to a kid from, down southern Iowa and his dad. And the kid was a guitar player. And I said, oh, I said, what do you think of his guitar playing? And he said, there were some chords there that I'm still looking at because I don't think I can do those chords. I said, the chords didn't impress me. It was his transition between chords that caught my attention. He was really good, man. He was really good. Uh-oh. What did JJ do? Oh, you saw Marty and Travis Tritt together? That would be a good concert. That would be a good concert. I'm not a big country guy. I really am not. But if a guy can play, if a guy can play and he can back it up with singing, but somebody in the band can sing and that person can play guitar, I'll go see him. I don't care what the genre is. And one of my most favorite genres, and look at me. I'm a white guy. See this? I'm white, a white guy from Iowa, country boy. You know what my favorite genre is? You'll never guess. You'll never guess. Funk. I like funk. Black funk. Why? I like horns. Pure and simple. I like horns. That's why I like, if you've ever listened to or ever saw Here Comes the Mummies, that's the name of the band. They all dress up like mummies. They're all famous musicians, all famous session musicians that dress up like mummies. You don't know who they are. They have a great horn section. 2 or 3 guys that play horns, trumpet player especially. And I got to talk to him after a show one time. Nice guy, can really play a trumpet. And he plays a couple other instruments too, but really good. Rick who? Rick, Lisa, Rick who? No, I don't really. I'm not really enamored with big band sound. When I was a child, we used to watch. What was that guy's name on TV all the time with the big band? Shit. Okay, hold up, Lisa. Let me click on that. Rick Renstrom official. Okay. I will do that. And I'll subscribe to him. And then I'll go back to right there. All right, I got him. I got him up. I'll check him out as soon as I'm done here. Oh man, you want to see a good guitarist, Lisa? Go see Justin Johnson. He makes homemade guitars and he can play. He can play. And we got to see Joe Bonamassa. So, I like good guitar. When I saw Joe Bonamassa, he was fat. He was just starting out. He was dumpy looking. But after watching him play, my mouth just hung open. It was like watching Eric Clapton play guitar, because I think that's where he took most of his lessons from and inspired by was Clapton. But my mouth just hung open, and he was that good. I turned to my wife and I said, that was fucking awesome. I remember that to this day. Well, I subscribe to him too, Rhonda, so we'll take a look and check him out, man. No, not Chicago. I like Chicago. I did like Chicago. Um, I'm trying to think of the big bands back in the 50s and early 60s that we were forced to watch. A one and a two and Jesus, what was his name? I can't think. Because we watched the Ed Sullivan Show. We watched that and Jesus. I don't know. We had 3 channels, 3, 6, and 9. Sometimes you get 10. 3, 6, and 9 were generally it. The Star Spangled Banner played at 12 o'clock every night when everybody went off the air. Us kids were the remote. You get smacked on the head, change channel. So we go up, change channel. Change again. Change back. Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't know. Stevie Ray Vaughan, if he was better than Clapton or not, he had his own style. I won't say better or worse. Stevie Ray Vaughan was awesome, though. I remember the night he died, we were up skydiving at the same place he was at the airport, but he was giving a concert, and helicopter crashed into the hills that night, early morning, and we did a jump that day. Me, Dan Villano, and Rich Gomez. All 3 of us Army vets. We did a American flag jump. I'll have to bring that up. I'll bring that picture up and show you. I have I don't know, 14 by 16 frame picture of that jump. I'll bring that up and show you sometime. Yeah, there are some strings you can do that to. You can break a string and keep going, not miss a beat, but some strings you only use once or twice for that song. That's it. And you don't use it again. So yeah, all right, I can see that. But having the wherewithal just to keep on playing, I don't think anybody would stop in the middle of a song, exchange guitars with a guitar tech, have him run on stage. I don't think they would do that, or have the band keep playing, mark time, switch guitars, and then go back to playing a song. I think that would be. I don't think bands practice that. I think that would be hard for a band to do that. I mean, if you've been playing together for a long time, yeah, I could see that. Maybe they could do that. But see, most of the time, the lead guitarist is in front of the drummer, and the drummer wouldn't notice that. He wouldn't see anything until, like, say, a bass player or a organ keyboardist or a rhythm player. A rhythm player could probably take over playing lead for a while they exchange guitars. But boy, you'd have to practice that. So, Lawrence Welk, you got it. John Jacob, you got it. Lawrence Welk. We were forced to watch that man every fucking Sunday. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe that's where I like music from. Maybe, I don't know. And I like horns because I played saxophone back in the day, alto sax. My middle daughter played alto sax. She still has her saxophone, as a matter of fact. And I can still put my fingers on the keys, and I still know. I don't know the notes, but I can still run a scale. I can't read music anymore. I don't think I probably wouldn't take too long to relearn it. But and my oldest daughter played clarinet, flute, bass clarinet, just about all the. She's a prodigy when it comes to music, as far as I'm concerned. She can play anything. You give her an instrument she's never played, she'll study it, and within a day she'll be playing it. Within a day. My youngest one played percussion in high school, and she got into the wrong crowd and didn't pursue music too much anymore. But after we got her straightened out, she was the first of the girls to buy a house, first of the girls to sell a house, first of the girls to buy her second house. So she straightened her ass out. I just wish the two younger ones would get married, the middle one, the younger one, to get married one of these days, but doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime in the near future. I mean, you see that here, right here, that guitar, right there. That's a starter. There's another one sitting over there by that turkey, an acoustic. I try to pick on them at times, but I don't know a damn thing about them other than how to tune them. Put a string on. That's it. Can't read music. My fingers are so arthritic, I don't think that I can actually play a chord or a note. And probably play a note, but not a chord. My fingers are just too arthritic. I think I'm going to get a slide and learn how to play slide. But I got to find something that fits my fingers. I got to find a tube that fits my fingers. Copper tube, a pipe. I don't know. I'll find something. Okay, guys. I think that's about it. We're at an hour and 18 minutes. That's about all. I wanted to just show you these two sets here that had collaboration between two nations. So we got American and Canada, and we got China and Canada. Those are the only two sets that I have that are a collaboration between two nations at the present time. Hopefully, we can do something else here in the near future. But yeah, I want to go see, go out, check the mail, and then go see what Durbin's got going on today. So we'll see you guys later, all right? Peace out, man.